What is up, YouTube? This is HeGotKickz. Hope you guys are all having a great day today. Before I get into this video, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, that we get the notification every time I drop one of these bangers. Hit the like button, hit the share button, do all those great things for me. Today we are going to do a release recap. Haven't done one of these in a little while because I haven't, a lot of stuff been going on. Haven't really done, that many releases lately, especially in January and everything being pushed back. So before I get into the video, I do want to say thank you to everybody that reached out, and your prayers and everything are appreciated. Everything happened, going on. I will, touch base and let you guys know everything that has happened. When everything is done, dust is settled, everything. But I do appreciate all you all's prayers. Definitely is appreciated. But this release right here was a doozy. I was able to secure my pair of the 2021 Carmine 6s. Of course, I have the 2014s, but I had to have this pair. This release, a lot of stuff happened. I'm gonna address, as much as I can. As you guys can see, my pair is pretty good. A lot of people, thought that it was every single pair had the pink tint to it or the red tint, and some of it also is lighting on it, and that's one thing that I learned too throughout this whole thing, is that lighting sometimes had something to do with that as well. The defects and everything was not as bad as everyone kind of made it seem. I know a lot of people are saying, man, it's every pair, it has to be every pair, and this and that. No, it was a very, very, very small portion of the pairs that were released. Not saying they weren't out there, they were. I have seen some, but it was not as bad as it seemed. This one definitely made it a little tricky. Because of course there were pairs that were sent back, so that way, they didn't want to sell those, and I completely understand that. They did not want those out there. More than likely they'll probably end up at outlets as B grades, but this one, honestly, that made it a little bit harder to cop pairs. I did not win a single raffle. I was lucky enough that when first come first serve came up, there was one size left in my size, and of course I bought it, needed it for the collection, especially with the Nike Air. But that definitely made it a lot more difficult that pairs weren't available that way, or a lot less pairs were more available that way. It was crazy, honestly. I don't think I've handed out that many first come first serve line tickets in a long time. Honestly, I handed out more line tickets for this release than I did for the Retro 11 release. I had more people show up for this one, and it was kind of strange. I expected, because a lot of people had been saying that they were backing off of this shoe because of the defect, and because of this or because of that, and it seemed that that was not the case. I had so many phone calls, I had so many people show up, and granted there was a lot of pairs out there of this still, like a whole lot, but this one definitely sold out super fast. I expected that. I've kind of learned that a lot of people say that you're gonna pass, but a lot of people are gonna cop too. This one definitely, especially right there with that Nike Air, you just can't really beat that, honestly. That's definitely, I'm super glad to have this in the collection. But it definitely was a weird release and everything, because how we did it was, even to reassure our customers at my store and everything, we took out both shoes on the box, set it on the box, showed them, said, hey, we know what has been going on, what has been leaked, so we want you to be reassured that your pair is good. You do not have that defect, you are 100% covered, you're good. And that was one thing that I wanted to reassure my customers, and I feel like that made a lot of people really happy, even the ones for first come first serve. Once they got their sizes for that, I opened up the box, showed them, hey, your pair, it is good, it has been checked. I checked every single pair that was in my store, as did everybody else in my district. So it was very thoroughly checked. So I'm really happy that we were able to do that, and this release was still able to go off because this is one that I wanted to go off so bad. Today on Valentine's Day, I do this every Valentine's Day and everything. I want to say shout out to my guy P. My guy P, this was one of your favorite shoes, and it's kind of fitting that it came out the day before. You know, I think about you often. I miss you, and sometimes I wonder, you know, who you would have been today. And you know, that's why I always preach, you know, a lot of us, you know, put down the guns, stop the gun violence. I lost my guy P, he's tattooed right here. I miss you. I will see you again. I take you everywhere I go. Your thought of you is always with me. So, you know, keep your loved ones close. And that today is always on Valentine's Day, you know, a day of remembrance for me of him. And it's been 5 years now, and not a day goes by that I don't really think about you. And I work in a shoe store, and that's how we always stay connected when I left home. But again, I want to give him a big shout out today on this video. Again, I do it every year, and I have done it every year since I started YouTube. To keep his memory here, to keep it with us, and to keep his memory with this channel. But yeah, it definitely was a very, very fun release. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to all my regulars in the first come, first serve line. I enjoyed talking to all the new ones that came up. And you know, everybody in line was like, man, yeah, he hands out line tickets, you know, and because I've experienced so many things with first come, first serve lines of people either skipping line or people not, you know, or really the main thing was always skipping, and then you never know who was really there. So I always kind of say, you know what, I'll do a line ticket. Put your line, put the number like in the right hand, left hand corner. That's your spot in line. Can't skip. Can't skip. I'll call the number at 1, 2, 3. That's your spot in line. And I kind of feel like that makes things a lot easier. I don't have to worry about the skipping. And you know, because even somebody here at this release, they tried to do that. They didn't have a line ticket. You know, that's not how it works. You don't get to come up and skip line, you know, because I don't think that's fair to anybody. Because to me, it's just not. But it was definitely fun. Glad these sold out. Big day for the store. Big day for us sneakerheads. This has been 30 years in the making. We have waited since 1991 to get this sneaker like this with the Nike Air here on the back. I love it. I'm super glad to have it. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't want to make this too long. Hit that like button, hit the share button, all those great things for me. I love you guys. Everybody stay safe out there. Tell somebody you love them today. Love your loved ones. Enjoy every minute with them. You never know whenever their time is or your time. Enjoy every moment. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.